Yo, Wallan. Welcome again to Pedro's Kimani's channels here. Thanks guys for the follow-up. Thanks for the subscription. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for commenting on the previous videos. And we're here back again like we never left. Kaboom! You want to talk about African culture. And talking about African culture, how well of talking about it if not being an African? It's gonna just be short and sweet. We're gonna be talking about African culture just here on the title, as you can see here, okay? I wanna be talking about just three things. Very simple. That everyone can relate, despite you being an African or you being, depending on which continent of the world that you're coming from, okay? African culture is so big, I cannot talk about everything in maybe less than 10 to 15 minutes. It will be impossible. I wanna be talking about three things. One is time, tea, and eyes, okay? And because where am I right now? It's just the light is too much on my end. With tea. An interesting fact is that even if when I'm also doing this video, I'm just sipping on my tea, okay? Tea. So apparently tea has so much function in terms of African culture. So we use tea to welcome guests. We use tea when you have a guest in your house, you just welcome them, you give him or her a cup of tea for drinking at least. It's a sign of welcoming, okay? So welcoming guests, giving them tea. Another use of tea that we have in an African culture, especially in Kenya where we usually have tea before and after meal. You can have tea as you wait for the meal, you can have tea as after the meal. So is it really an appetizer and a dessert? Good question, let me know, okay? Do you use your tea as appetizer or do you use your tea as a dessert, okay? Another interesting fact about tea is most of us who work in city centers areas, so maybe let's say for example 8 to 5 jobs. So this, when going out of work, roughly around 5 p.m. in the evening, that this is EAT time, East African time. So there's usually a lot of traffic because it's a peak hour. So most people opt to go have tea as they wait for traffic to reduce. Does it make any sense? You find a chilling spot and then you go to have a cup of tea and that's it, as you wait for the traffic to reduce. So this is another functionality of tea. This one is, I'm doing direct translation, okay? We have tea as we wait for tea to be ready. Is it making sense? So in this instance, you come to my house, okay? I just have some little tea remaining in my thermos or maybe in my jug or something of the sort. So I'll serve you that small tea and then I'll go prepare another tea. So you're having this small tea as you're waiting for the proper tea to get ready so that I can serve you. Does it make any sense? So these are just some of the picky stuff, picky ponky stuff of functionality of tea in an African culture. But a disclaimer, I'm just speaking on my behalf, okay? I'm not speaking on behalf of every African. This is just a typical bits of me being an African. So you said you're going to talk about three things. So the first one is tea, okay? The second one, you're going to be talking about time. What? Minor, let me tell you, time. I don't know. This one I'm not alone. Siko peke yangu hapa. In terms of time, Africans we are one of the people who are considered we are not good at keeping time. Anyway, no one is perfect, but all in all, give thanks to God, okay? So time basically, in Africa you might have someone waking up at 8 a.m. in the morning, and this person is expected to be at work by 8. So this person will wake up at around 7:50, okay? And try to hurry up, dress up quickly, freshen up, do grooming very fast, and expect to be at work by 7:30. You get? So we are those typical people. You can wake up 30 minutes late and you expect to be at work 30 minutes early. You might call me, for example, okay? Maybe I'm doing stuff and then I'll tell you, I'll call you in 1 minute. So basically, if you put into consideration 1 minute, it's just a matter of just blinking an eye, you'll not blink more than 5 minutes, okay? Literally. I should have called you back. But 1 minute on my side might be meaning 1 day, 1 hour, 1 evening. So basically, if an African, you call an African, then that guy tell you, I'll call you back in Takupigia, just relax, my friend, okay? If someone tell you Nitakupigia baadaye, it's a virtual time. You need to understand time, okay? So we might be saying 1 minute, but we are not meaning 1 minute, okay? Hapa najua siko solo. Most of us, we are very poor in time keeping. I remember there's a time that we were going for a trip somewhere in another country, but we were left by the means of transport because I was the one who made this person late. Anyway, story for another day, that one. I don't know what happened to us. I don't know if it's upcoming or when we're growing up or anything of the sort, but in terms of keeping time, this is one of the virtues that I'm still struggling with it up to date. Time management. The other thing that I want to talk about is eyes. Let me tell you, in terms of eyes, we use eyes in a very big, wide angle in Africa. This one our parents taught us. We inherited it from our parents, from our friends, literally everywhere, okay? I'll give you a few examples to make sense whatever that I'm trying to say. So we use, even another example is the video here, somewhere video here up on my videos for the one that I did for Easy Way of Making Chapatis in the Gas Chronicles, okay? As you saw, I didn't have any measurements. I didn't have specific measurements like a quarter, how many liters, how many grams, how many kg, how many, you get my point. I literally used my eyes to measure everything. So that's one example that we use our eyes to literally measure everything and anything, okay? And surprisingly, it works. It works, you know? Apart from obvious sight, yes, we use our eyes to see, but apart from sightseeing, there's a lot of stuff about eyes that come along with it. We also use our eyes to test things, as in kupimia, na kudhimira, as in, you get my point? As in, I'll give you an example. We might be just talking about some stuff, and then I tell you, I look it into your eyes, and then I'll be like, are you really saying the truth? Or at some point, you exaggerated that part. So basically, we test. We can tell you through just seeing, using our eyes. There's a bit of some part you can see if it's true or it's a lie. Okay. In terms of direction, you might ask somewhere where north to a certain building is, and then it'll be like, in terms of communication, in terms of saying yes, someone might click, we use eyes to give vibes maybe to your partner, in terms of clicking, blinking, you know, in terms of blinking one eye. So basically, eyes is used in different angles. These are some of the things, being an African culture, that I have encountered in my life. So I don't know, let me know what have I missed, or in terms of eyes, in terms of time, and in terms of tea. Let me know, what have I missed? Let me know what you, as in your culture, what you use, okay? Again, Pedro Kimani here. Thanks for watching, thanks for keeping here, and as we always say before we end the video, okay, remember, he always has good plans for us, plans to give us a hope, plans to give us a future, not plans to destroy us. Adios, see you on the next one.